We respectfully acknowledge that Wood Buffalo Regional Library is situated on Treaty 8 territory, the traditional lands of the Cree and Dene First Nations and Métis Nation. With a library card, you will have access to many of the Wood Buffalo Regional Library's free databases, including Libby, the database slowly transitioning from Overdrive. Do not worry, Overdrive fans. Libby still offers the same content, thousands of free ebooks, audiobooks, and magazines. To access Libby, you do not need to visit our website, though we love the online attention. You can access Libby through any browser by entering libbyapp.com into the address bar. If you prefer to read off your smartphone or smart device, you can download the Libby app through the App Store or Google Play. When you access Libby for the first time on a new browser or app, you will answer questions to help access your account. First, Libby asks if you have a library card. If you select Not Yet, Libby will help you search for our library to register for a card. If you select Yes to having a library card, Libby will then give you a couple options to find your library and account. The first option is to copy your data from a device where you are already using Libby. This will keep your data in sync. If you choose to do this, you will click on the option to be given a space to enter an 8-digit code. To get the code, you need to open Libby in the device that you're already using. On the device, go to the menu, which is the 3 lines on the bottom of your screen, and then scroll down to Settings. When you click on the first option, Copy to another device, you'll be given the 8-digit code that you need to enter. The second option is to have Libby guess your library by using your approximate location, but that isn't always accurate. So, if you're a new user of Libby, we suggest you click on the third option, Search for a library. The easiest way to find us is to search our library by name. Once you have our library selected, you'll be redirected to our collection to browse. But before we jump into that, let's finish setting up our account by selecting Sign in with my card at the top of the page. You'll be prompted to enter your library card's barcode and PIN. The barcode is a long number on the back of your card that starts with 2555. Omit any spaces, but include any hyphens. Your 4-digit PIN was chosen when you were registered for a library card. If you do not remember your PIN, don't sweat it. Reach out to us by phone, email, or our live chat on our homepage and we will get it sorted out for you. To add extra library cards, click on the menu button and locate the heading that says Your Libraries. Here you can add another card from a different library by selecting Add Library, or you can select the plus symbol to add another WBRL card. This is helpful for large families who are using Libby together. You can even rename the cards after you've added them by selecting Rename. Now that you are all ready to start borrowing items, let's show you the different ways you can browse. Click on the library icon on the bottom of the screen to be led to our e-collection. There are a few tags under the WBRL logo that you can click on to explore further. The first 4 tags, Just Added, Popular, Random, and Available Now, are similar in that when you click on them, you will see a page where you can scroll down to see more materials. You can narrow these results with the Refine tool, and you can update your preferences at the top of the page. The preferences will follow you as you explore other areas of our collection, and if you exit and reopen Libby. In the subject screen, you can select a genre to browse the materials within it. On the main screen, under the Just Added list, is a small selection of guides. You can click on one of these to explore the titles within. The themed lists are separated further within the guide, so you can browse by subject, theme, or mood. If you have children or teen readers, this is where you will see collections curated for their reading levels and interests. Back on our main screen, you can scroll down to see a variety of theme lists. Some of the lists are temporary and are changed often with passing holidays and celebrations. One of the newer features of Libby is its ability to browse and read magazines. You can click a certain title here that catches your eye to jump right to the issue, or select the magazine's title to browse the collection. Once you borrow a magazine for the first time, you will have the option to be notified whenever a new issue of the publication is released. Do you already have a specific title in mind? You can use the magnifying glass at the bottom of your screen to bring up a search bar. Next to each title, there is information that will inform you about its status. If the library card icon next to the title has a plus symbol on it, then it's available to be checked out. But if it has a clock symbol, then there is a waitlist for the title. If you hover your mouse over the card with the clock symbol, you can find out how long the waitlist is. If the title is part of a larger series, you will see its place in the series in gray above the title. You can tell a title is an audiobook by the headphones and the length of time below the title. To the right of the title are three options. The top option will either be place a hold, which will put you on the waitlist for a title that is unavailable, or borrow, for you to access the title immediately. The second option is the play or read sample button, which will allow you to preview the title. And the tag button allows you to organize your own lists of books in Libby like to read or favorites. Magazine titles look a little bit different than audiobook and ebooks. They have the series in gray at the top and back issues of the magazine to the right. If you click on any title, you will be taken to a screen that gives a detailed description of the book, other titles in the series, and other related titles. You can borrow 5 items and place up to 10 items on hold at a time. The lending period for each title is 14 days. You can borrow an item from the search results page or the detailed description page by clicking on the Borrow button and then confirming your selection. Once you've borrowed the item, you can open it and start reading immediately or continue to browse for another title. To view the titles you've borrowed, click on the book symbol on the bottom of your screen. This takes you to your shelf, where you can use the tabs at the top of the screen to see your loans, holds, and your tags. Click on a title to reach the reader view. You can click on the right or the left page or use the arrow keys on your keyboard to turn pages in the book. If you click on the center of a screen, a menu pops up from the bottom that allows you to jump to the page number or chapter of your choosing. You can choose to view 1 or 2 pages at a time with the page view symbol in the upper right corner. Next to this is a button with an A on it. This brings up a menu for you to customize the font to your needs. If you'd like to search within the title, select the magnifying glass from the upper right-hand corner and type in your keywords. Tap the bookmark to create a bookmark to visit later. You can also highlight sections of the book by clicking and holding it and then swiping left or right. These highlighted sections and bookmarks will appear in the bookmark symbol in the upper right-hand corner. You can also highlight words to define them if you are unsure of their meaning. The only difference between the reader view for magazines and books is that the magazine has an option in the upper right-hand corner to zoom in. When you launch the audio reader, you'll see a scrolling bar with time markers. As you scroll along this, you will see the chapters change above the bar. You can also use the rewind and fast forward buttons beside the play pause button to move ahead or behind by 15 seconds. If you click on the speedometer button in the top right corner, a menu will pop up for you to adjust the speed of the recording. Tapping on the moon symbol next to the speedometer will allow you to set or stop a sleep timer. The sleep timer allows you to set a timer for when the audiobook should stop playing. That way, if you fall asleep with the audiobook on, you won't wake up to find that it has finished while you were sleeping. You can add a bookmark with a note by selecting the single bookmark symbol in the upper right corner. You will select the multiple bookmark symbol to access all of your bookmarks for the title. If you'd like to keep track of the titles you've read, Then click on the clock symbol on the bottom of the screen to be taken to your borrowing history. Here you can keep track of current and past titles that you've borrowed. There are a couple more Libby features worth mentioning. First is the option for you to deliver your hold later. If your hold has recently become available to you, but you are not ready for it, you can choose to deliver your hold at a later date with a Deliver Later button. After selecting this, you'll be asked to select how many days you'd like to defer your hold for. Keep in mind, the patrons ahead of you may return their items early, so this is a rough estimate. Confirm your deferment to finish. The last Libby feature is the reoccurring event called Big Library Read. Libby connects readers around the globe with the same book at the same time. Therefore, these titles have no wait lists, no holds, and can be borrowed by any number of patrons at once. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into Libby. If you have any troubles with the database, please reach out to us for assistance.